Hey guys, welcome to Agent After Hours. I am here with Adam Craun, and we're going to talk a little bit about marketing today because you are the man, the myth, the legend of YouTube, right?
Apparently. So yeah, when it comes to videos, I've been doing Adam's Answers since I was licensed 7 years ago.
That's awesome.
So that's actually what got me recognized outside of agents started calling me the video guy
Sure.
and everything. So it's been a lot of fun. You have times where you're absolutely hitting videos every single time, and you have times where it's been a month and you forgot about videos. So there is that aspect. But yeah, video wise, I've been seeing a lot of really great content and just producing. Now, there's of course the switch to TikTok,
Sure.
Instagram Reels, all those other things. But I think it's important to hit all the different avenues just to kind of cover your bases.
Yeah.
Because you never know where something's going to come from, right?
No.
So.
And you nailed it. We see this progression, and I think back to when I started doing video, and it was 2009, and it was, there was two competing platforms. YouTube didn't have a live at that point.
Yeah.
So we were using like a Vimeo product.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Which was like Be Live TV, or not Be Live, that's newer.
Similar to like Bomb Bomb or whatever it was.
No, it wasn't even
could,
Bomb Bomb.
Okay.
It was literally like something studio, like Live
Gotcha.
Studio or something like that. And
Okay.
it was terrible quality. And like we were recording like on an iPad or something like that. Like
Yeah.
when the iPad came out, I was like, oh, this is going to change everything. Mm-hmm. But no, I've been doing live video for a long time. And you asked, how many of these have I done? And I started thinking the other day, like total videos, I'm probably in the thousands.
Yeah.
Live videos, probably, and this isn't even live, but
Yeah.
Videos like this where we do interviews are over 100.
Okay.
So what got you into video 7 years ago?
So I think one of the biggest things was just I didn't see a lot of agents doing it.
Sure.
Right. 7 years ago, there weren't a lot of agents doing like video walkthroughs of open houses. Now, post 2020,
Sure.
that's a different story.
Sure.
Right. But it's almost like building credit in a sense, like with your credit card, the longer history you have with it. I'm at the point where I've done so many Adam's Answers. If you go all the way back, you'll see me answering the same question. I'm just giving you an updated answer now in 2022 format. And realistically, it's giving me validity to where I have buyers or sellers texting me saying, hey, I was watching Adam's Answers. Like I went back in your archive to 2018 and watched this video and just have a couple of clarifying questions. So it's almost taking out half the work for me. Well, one, because I'm the trusted source, right,
Sure.
with video, because they can see my face, they can see everything else. They're not going to read a long text post. They're just not. I asked myself, what would I want
Right.
in a video? And that's why you'll see Adam's Answers used to be 3 questions in a video. It used to be 3 to 5 minutes. I was like, I wouldn't watch that. I have too short of an attention span for that.
So you're breaking them up now? Taking
Yeah.
those 3 questions and redoing them 60 second?
Plus, it gives me longer content, right?
Yeah.
Or more content. Instead of one video for 3 questions, it gives me 1 video per question.
Yep.
So more content and everything else. I'm actually, the stuff I was telling you about how normally I have like 10 backlogged at one time.
Sure.
I have a new format for Adam's Answers coming out where
Okay.
my old videos used to be episode this, here's the question.
Right.
And then I'd start talking. It just jumps
Jump
into
right
me
into it.
talking, and then there's going to be a subtitle of here's the question.
And is that because of TikTok and
Yeah, that's-
short form video and attention spans?
That is exactly because of TikTok, and I think it's important to understand, although I have the validity for 7 years of doing videos,
Yeah.
you've got to be changing the format.
It's funny that you say that because I'm not huge into rap, but I do like hip hop. And I saw something on DaBaby.
Yeah.
And it was talking about him. Like he starts rapping the first bar of the song.
Yep.
Because attention spans, you don't want that 30-second intro
Yep.
to a song. It's the
Yeah.
same thing. That's what attention spans are today.
Yeah, the Jason Derulo intro where you're waiting 30 seconds,
Yep.
you hear his name, and then they go into it. Yeah, no, exactly. I was actually listening to DaBaby all the way here, so I know exactly what you're talking about. But yeah, no, it's really get to the point
Yeah.
kind of thing. And it's one of those, you want to touch as much as possible and explain yourself, but you've got to understand, leave some to the imagination to allow sellers or buyers to have a reason to reach out to you. So that's one big thing.
So how often? So what you've done is created this evergreen library, because these questions are not going to go away.
Yeah.
So how often do you find yourself? Because I know I do it with our brokerage. You know, if we've just got this giant content library. So if somebody has a question on how do I explain contemporaneous offers to a client or something of that nature, I can say, check this out. And I send them a link. How often do you find yourself sending a link to a client?
So much so, actually, again, it's sort of, I'm revamping everything. So much so, I have a copy and paste for a lot of things.
Sure.
Because for myself, if I have a system and we just got under contract for my buyer, awesome. Instead of me typing out 5 paragraphs of here's what to do next, here's the inspectors to call, here's how you do earnest money, all that sort of stuff, I have files, Google Doc, copy, paste, put in the highlighted information that there is necessary to their unique situation, right? On top of that, I'm now realizing that's a lot of text. Again, just like my social media posts. So I'm actually right now archiving all you're under contract, congratulations, and here's a video with timestamps. If it's a 5-minute video, if you're looking for inspections, click at 1 minute. If you're looking for earnest money, click at 2 minute 36 seconds, things like that. So I'm actually to the point where I'm just creating a full-on video library specifically for that, so I can just send it out with every single email I send out. I just created a whole new generic. I'm still actually working on the seller side of it.
Okay.
We just got under contract. Congrats. Here's what to expect when it comes to getting an inspection scheduled, how it'll happen. Here's what an appraiser is. Because, I mean, how many times am I asked, can we be at the house for the appraisal? Because we have so many people working from home now.
Sure.
It's all this new information. I mean, the amount of times inspectors ask me, or buyers ask me on inspectors, do they contact you? I'm like, no, they do it all through showing time.
Yeah.
So
now, are you using a proprietary video library system? Using BombBomb? Using Google Drive?
So Google Drive. It's one of those things that I've learned of. I love video. I don't have the time to edit. I don't have the brain capacity to edit. I have a very talented videographer who I knew in college. Awesome. He does all of it for me, and then it's all just uploaded to Google Drive. Perfect. So anytime he finishes it, he does it in Google Drive. He actually does it for me in multiple different formats. Yeah. Just because Facebook's going to be more rectangular, TikTok's going to be more up and down. Sure. So that way it's not chopped up, it doesn't look weird, and it allows me to have better formatting on the different social medias that I'm doing. Yeah. But yeah, he just uploads it to Google Drive. I'll upload it because everything has to be Apple for the most part. They've got their hold on everything. I download it onto my Mac desktop, and then from there I can just access it from my phone and upload everything from my phone. Perfect. So like today after this, I have at 3 o'clock that I need to upload the next Adam's Answers. Okay. So. Awesome.
What are you finding in terms of platforms? Are you seeing a dramatic shift in your view count or?
Yeah, and that's a really good question. So, YouTube's always going to be the hardest like video views to go up against because of the billions of hours that are uploaded onto YouTube.
Google might have preference on their own
just
search
a little
engine,
bit,
right?
Just possibly. But so I will say the platforms that I'm aiming for right now, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram Reels, Facebook, LinkedIn, because I think a lot of professionals undervalue LinkedIn when it comes to educating clientele. Yep. And what I'm actually starting to add to is Google My Business. Yeah. So anytime someone is searching via Google, my videos being fresher than any other content helps with my SEO to pop up higher on a search. Absolutely. So we're actually like next week we have it scheduled to start scheduling out videos on Google My Business. So it'll be all the Adam's Answers content that I've already been posting. Just recycled. It's just recycled. Yeah, well, just to keep it content.
That's the awesome thing about video is you can use it on all these different platforms and recycle it. Yep. And it's fresh and new to that different audience. Yeah. And to the point of Google My Business, this isn't video related, but we have an automated reviews platform here. So a deal closes, triggers the review platform to send out a survey saying, hey, how did I do? It takes them 10 seconds. Yeah. The workflow, though, is that review then goes to Google My Business.
Gotcha.
So, but we did a test probably 2 months ago where I said, let's feature a listing every day. on Google My Business
Yeah.
as the post of the day. It's like
Yeah.
a mini blog post and link to that site. And we did see that uptick in traffic. So if you're bored and want to play with Google My Business, you can do that. It's a lot of work, but I think it is helpful. So video's even better.
Yeah, and I think Google My Business is one of those of not everyone understands that it's free.
Right.
You just need to make sure you're doing it properly and getting everything authorized for your address and everything.
Yep.
But it's free, and it really helps with the search traffic.
Oh my gosh. My locations that have new photos and videos outrank my ones that don't by far.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking thousands of views compared to hundreds.
Yeah, exactly.
So
It's a huge thing that not a lot of people understand, so they just avoid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
yeah,
So,
no, you're right. So what do you tell somebody that's looking to get into video? What's advice for them?
yeah, so that's always so while I was director of marketing at Keller Williams, I was on the leadership team and everything for over 2 years. I stepped down just to focus more on real estate, because that's where I did see a dive into my personal videos. However, one of the biggest things I always heard was I'm not comfortable on camera. I don't have because a lot of people hear me say I have a videographer and think, oh, great, so I'm paying someone thousands of dollars. I'm like, no, that's not necessary. Being able to just grab your phone. This shoots in 4K.
Yeah.
You can shoot. Now, you don't even need 4K because Facebook's going to throttle it and put it at 1080p for the most part.
Abby, I'm sorry we're recording in 4K.
Which is
takes forever to edit.
Yeah, and 4K is absolutely fantastic, especially on YouTube and things like that. But it's not necessary, especially starting out.
Yeah.
Right?
No.
I think one important thing of people always feel awkward. What could help is just have someone stand behind the camera and talk to them.
Make it conversational. I mean, that's what we're doing is just sitting here shooting the shit about real estate, video and marketing. And that's, I think the biggest fear for people, like you said, is getting in front of the camera.
Yes.
What if I stutter? What if I, it's like, this is how people see you every day.
Yes, exactly.
Like my voice is gone right now.
Yeah.
And here I am doing a video that, hopefully gets watched and people take some tips away from it. And I think if the content is valuable, people are going to overlook your little quirks that you have on a daily basis, or your makeup's not done right or whatever it is. So
and it's almost being vulnerable. People like seeing that side of people. The authenticity is huge.
Yeah.
And I always tell people video posted is better than no video at all. Right? So even if you're worried about, oh, I sneezed or I didn't do the best editing, people are giving you traffic because you're posting the video. If you're not going to post it, you're not going to get anything.
It's John Cheplick says my shitty video outperforms the one you didn't do all day long.
Yep.
And it's 100% correct, because I think agents are just fearful to the point of paralysis. Like, I'm just not going to do it.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, if you just start doing it, don't even watch it back.
Yeah.
Just post it.
That's why I have a videographer. I don't need to see what ticks I had or whatever I would pick apart all day. I'm going to go ahead and remember what the question was, put a caption about it, and post it, and then hope other people like it.
Yeah.
But I don't need to rewatch myself and nitpick at every little thing. I did that with a house tour, and I rewatched it. I was like, I hate it. He did a great job. I hate what I'm saying. I hate how underprepared. And I was like, you know what? I still got traffic from it. I still got a buyer from it. And if I hadn't posted it, I wouldn't have gotten anything.
Well, and I think doing video like you have and like I have for a long time, I think you'll know that like it's okay to drink water or whatever you're drinking there.
Yeah, it's water. Now that I'm 30, it's energy drink watered down, because after like 3, I really shouldn't be doing caffeine.
Right. No, I get it. But little things like I know what my editor's going to look for, and they're going to when I'm taking a drink, they're going to zoom in on you.
Yeah.
That's the benefit of 4K.
Yeah.
Because you can do that. And it's not super grainy. Or
Exactly.
Like that. So you'll learn those tricks along the way, and they're definitely helpful.
Yeah.
We had a brief pause, and you'll learn to make sure that you put your phone on airplane mode, because inevitably it will ring when you're recording a video, and you're going to curse it up and down and say, I'm never doing this again.
Oh, yeah.
But you know what? It happens.
I'll say, how many times on the podcast introductions or anything have you had people go, oh, wait, sorry, and they have to check something really quick?
Well, that happens. I'll have the mic levels off, or the last one I had the empty channels all the way volume up, and so I've got static that I've got to edit out. So you're gonna have crappy audio and stuff like that. But again, I think if the content is there, people are gonna watch it. And I think your YouTube channel is proof that this model works. You're answering questions that people don't even know that they have yet.
Yeah.
But then you're also able to streamline your workflow
Yeah.
by automating it
Yeah.
and saying, here's what to expect. We do the same thing with Bomb.
Yeah.
You know, when we have a buyer under contract with my team, they get the video from us on here's what's coming next. And it's bullet points, but hey, please watch this 2-minute video because this is what is exactly going to happen.
Yeah. And one thing on top of like video, everything, right? Because I have a TikTok video because I'm still working on my views on that one.
Sure.
You're still always learning, right? The algorithms, the second you learn it, the algorithm's going to change, all that sort of stuff. And yet I have a TikTok video with less than 100 views that I still got Instagram DM'd on.
Yeah.
So it's one thing on top of, it doesn't matter how many views, don't beat yourself up. The thing is you're putting out the content and the people viewing it are the people that matter, right? I don't need 100,000 views in order to get one buyer or one seller. And at the end of the day, one really helpful thing I like to tell a lot of agents, so hopefully they can take this away, link all your social media together.
Yeah.
Linktree, whatever, all my links, whatever it is.
Link in bio.
But link in bio, Instagram, TikTok, wherever. Put it wherever you can, because if you've gotten them to your profile, you're increasing your chances of them checking out more. The more they check out, the more they're tied to you.
I was watching a guy the other day on automation, home automation on TikTok, and went to his YouTube channel.
Yep.
Longer form videos explaining exactly how I did it. One of the things that I take away from that is, you know, I ordered 100 NFC tags. And I said, hey, I'm going to have an NFC tag at every conference room so that my agents can just book the conference room right then and there.
Yeah, that's huge.
It just opens it up. And I was like, I went to his link in bio and clicked. And there was the Amazon link for that product.
Yep.
And I'm like, gosh, I know he's getting residual off it.
Exactly,
That's fine.
Yeah.
Absolutely fine.
The simplicity of you being able to click, and you're done. So much simpler. And it's not going to cost you any extra.
No.
He's just getting residual from it.
Yeah. And I literally went on Amazon and looked up NFC tags, and I was like, there's like 100 to pick from. I went back to his channel, and that's where I found here's the ones he uses.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's already been proven it works.
Tried
you know,
and true.
it's trustworthy and everything, and it's a good one to go with. And he got residual just from linking things.
Yeah.
Which is huge.
Yeah, and I see, so my first videographer, Eric Russell, he started out, he was a realtor with us, had a background in he's very just creative, and turned into a photographer, turned into a videographer. And he started doing a channel on YouTube called The Techie Agent. It was originally, I was like, hey man, you need to start a real estate channel on YouTube. And it wasn't his niche.
Yeah.
And so he started a fitness tracker channel. Now he has 60,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah.
And it's like, holy cow. Now he said, you know what? I kind of tapped out. I burnt out on it. I don't want to do it anymore. He's moved everything over to TikTok, and he's just doing guitar videos on there. And he's doing what he enjoys. So these are the things, like if you're doing these meetings with clients, answering these questions, you might as well put it on video.
Yeah,
like
truly.
So that you can answer 50 people or 100 people and get one that had that same question.
Yeah.
It's the Gary Vaynerchuk, you know, hey, it doesn't matter if you have 100,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
If your message is unclear or you're not getting anything from it, I'd rather have 10 or 100 that I'm resonating with and that I'm identifying with that are going to use me as an agent.
Yeah.
So,
and that's really big. It's one thing to go viral. It's another thing to hit your target market, right?
Yeah.
So that's what a lot of agents, I don't need, like I said, 100,000 views, 200,000 views in order to get the buyers in Northern Kentucky or the sellers in Northern Kentucky to me.
Because there's not 100,000 of them.
I would love, that would make buying a little bit easier right now. However, no, that's just not the case. And that's more than okay. Another thing for agents to kind of understand is, yes, I'm throwing across, 6 different platforms right now. I'm doing that for a year just to understand where are my views, where should my allocation be more focused on.
Sure.
I might drop off of Facebook to focus more on Instagram or TikTok. It depends on what my views are doing and what my audience is asking for. But I don't want agents getting overwhelmed of, well, I have to post across all of these. Now, you can use Hootsuite or Sprout Social or whatever to help you schedule. But
you can hire somebody to do it for you.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a lot cheaper than you think.
It really is.
But at the end of the day, just go with one platform. Try it on one platform, the one you're most comfortable with, and go from there.
Well, and I tell agents the same thing on social with any post. I'm not a LinkedIn guy. I'm not. I should be.
Yeah.
I know I probably should be, but it's not my thing.
Yeah.
Instagram. I like Reels okay, now that that's the new and upcoming thing. Love TikTok. Love Facebook.
Yep.
Those two like resonate with me. And so it's like, hey, if I'm being inauthentic and going on LinkedIn and doing very corporate videos wearing a tie, that's not me.
Yeah.
And so I try to tell them like, hey, if your thing's blogging and not video, do blogs. If your thing's video, because people hate reading, do videos, but do them well and keep them consistent. So
yeah, and I think that's a huge thing. I mean, personally for me, I've got all these thoughts, but I can never actually like type it out enough. Yeah. So blogs are a struggle for me.
Oh my gosh.
Personally, I don't know if you've ever heard of it. I use Jasper.ai.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I just started using like a month ago.
Yep. My first blog post, I actually wrote a newsletter for clients. I sent out care packages, wrote it all through that, just hit compose, and it had 4 paragraphs. And I was like, this is great. Why don't more people know about this?
I literally just learned about it. And then, because I've been on their Facebook group when it was called something else.
Yeah. I don't remember what it was called prior.
Jarvis.
I think that, yeah.
So I was on their Facebook group for like a year. And I was like, finally, I got to check this out. Because this guy was like, yeah, I did this. And I ranked first page of Google with this article. And I was like, huh? So I started digging in. I signed up and I was like, let me just do a Beaver Creek blog post. And so I did one for Beaver Creek, Ohio, and it pulled in Realtor.com stats. Like, it was insane, the amount of detail.
Oh, it's horrifying.
You've got to clean it up because a little bit, some of it's like, nah. But I'm like, it took me 5 minutes to write a 4-paragraph, very well documented, sourced
with
blog.
Proper keywords and everything else. Yeah. Yeah, there are some times you definitely do need to clean it up. But even they have it for real estate listings, like descriptions.
Yeah.
My last 6 listings have just been written by that. Of course, you do have to clean some up because of family friendly and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, that's the one thing
that's where you can get in a little bit of trouble.
Perfect for families. And I was like,
no. Nope. That's it. It might be, but delete that. We're not putting that out.
There's another one product that does something similar. It's only for listings, though. It's called Agently.
Yeah.
And they would help with your description. So you put in like, hey, here's your 5 identifiers for like a 4-bedroom or 1-acre lot or whatever it might be, and then it creates it based around that. Yeah. So I haven't tried that one out personally, but I saw it and it seems to be doing well. So.
Gotcha. Yeah, and again, these things are a lot cheaper than people think. For the AI, for all the different things it can do for me, it even gives me video ideas. I mean, you've seen Jasper now, so the templates and everything it gives you, it's like, oh, I have all this access for like $600 a year.
Yeah.
So.
And you may say 600 sounds expensive, but when you think about like how much would you pay to somebody to write the actual description for every one of your listings?
Yep. Or to give me video ideas, or to script out, or to write a blog. I mean, stretched across monthly, I consider it pretty cheap. And if it takes a lot of stress off of me, great. It's worth it.
Yeah, I'd probably pay $50 a listing.
Yeah.
Because I hate writing descriptions. And then, you have character limits based on your MLS. Yeah. Like Cincinnati's way different than Northern Kentucky, way different than Dayton. So, yeah, take the best of all the worlds, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
But I could talk to you for hours, man. Any last words of wisdom or advice for agents looking to get started with video, or maybe that have been doing it?
So I'll break it up into 2. If you're just looking to start, just feel comfortable pointing and shooting. I mean, it's really, even if you don't post it for the first couple times, just start pointing and shooting what you're doing throughout your day. It doesn't even have to be you. If you're doing a video walkthrough, I mean, the amount of house video walkthroughs I've done for out-of-town clients, or in 2020 when we couldn't even really have buyers with us, or someone had COVID, something like that. Just start pointing and shooting and getting comfortable with it. If you are doing video already, really ask yourself, what's the audience you're trying to attract? And then start formatting your videos to that. Because are you going a little bit too generic, and because you want to get this 1,000 views, 2,000 views, and instead, if you got the 500 views because you're going more towards your audience, you're getting better feedback and results.
Yeah, and I think, again, being authentic, like, I love to eat. So, I love going and doing videos at my favorite places to eat. Those resonate very well with people that like to eat. So,
well, and a big thing with that, it's really easy to tie everything back to real estate at the end of the day. Here's where I'm eating, and you know what? It's a great place, and walkability is this, and here's what the average in this neighborhood is. Yeah. So you can tie anything back to real estate if you really want to.
And if you don't want to deal with the editing, just publish it. And if you really want the polished, get a videographer or a video editor.
Videographer.
Video Husky is one I've tried out.
Got you.
It's an editing service. I think it's $5.50 a month.
Got you.
Unlimited videos.
That's huge.
Uh,
I was gonna say that or Fiverr.com.
Yeah.
So
They both work really, really well. I've used Fiverr 1,000 times.
Yep.
It's no longer Fiverr for me. It's 5,000.
Yeah.
But
Fair.
no, it's Video Husky is I think $5.50 a month. I think they actually have a cheaper tier now with limits, but usually 48-hour turnaround, which is fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can do unlimited videos. Just send them kind of the format. I use Google Drive to communicate with them.
Yeah.
And I now have in-house everything because it's just easier for workflow. But they did a great job of like, hey, I would just label my videos 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Gotcha.
They'd piece them all together, do the transitions. They'll even do it for walkthrough videos.
That's
So,
huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool
That's
stuff.
awesome. So
Awesome.
appreciate it, Ty.
Hey, thanks so much. We'll see you again.
Of course.